Hello everyone, this is my OoB explain video for my 1049. Let's get started. At the very beginning, there's a trick called Save Glitch, where, well, I'll let you watch it, and then I'll try to explain it as best as I can. Alright, so a lot happened here. I'm gonna go to my portal, and I get to show you what kind of happens. It's loading up the vault.
Open 3.
It's a little loud. There we go. Alright.
2.
So here,
1.
there's a portal here, right? It spawns, and you have your radio. If in the dev console, there's a command that you type that basically allows you to see the hitbox around the player and the entity box around the portal. Basically, how this works is the portal, because of how the game works, it's very weird how the physics had to be generated for the portals. So basically, there's this fake physics engine, kind of, that runs if your player is inside this box. So like out here, like there's like a certain area around your player. I don't know how big it is, but that area around you is loaded properly, and it has much more accurate physics engine. But in this portal box, it's just trying to get the area near this portal. So if your player is in this box, it'll be the fast physics engine and the other portal. So if I'm in here, fast, 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 normal. So like if that box is red or orange, that means it's in the like physics engine, I think. Different one. I don't know, it's weird. But basically, this is solving a problem that if this portal, like this blue portal, is like really far away, like on the other side of the map somehow, that you would be able to just kind of like walk through and not have any physics issues, because it's not loading the area on the other side of this portal unless it's in this little fast physics engine box. And what you can do is, it's kind of similar to button save glitch in my other in-mouse tutorial, which I'll have a card in the corner. But basically, if you grab a radio and you line yourself up in the right spot where your player is just a bit in the portal. So I line myself up like here, and I go up and I tap save load at like 30 FPS. What happens is the game still thinks, if I did the glitch correctly, the game still thinks I'm in this box, but as you can tell, I'm not obviously in the box, I'm over here. Which means that I have the fast physics engine, which also means that it's not loading everything in the area properly. This glitch is just when it's in the fast physics, when it's in, like, the walls by portals is weird, and the radio can just go through. But yeah, if I got that glitch right, I would have the fast physics engine, which means that this radio, that radio over there, would be, I'd be able to go through that glass pane, which is getting me to a different area that I can use more efficiently to go out of bounds and get to the end of the level. There you go. Right. So yeah, if I save, as you can tell, I could just go through some of the walls. By the way, this box thing is not allowed in runs. Because you unlock developer, which basically gives you a whole bunch of other commands that you're able to use. That makes the game not intended. But yeah, basically, a lot of these walls are now non-functional. Some of them are though, because of portals and some other stuff. But yeah, basically some of this area is unloaded, but most of it, but some of it is also. Basically, you're able to stand right here, and this wall is solid-ish. So like a portal, because it's just a player in a fast engine, your radio can still like touch all these things, which means you could kind of like do like a prop fly scenario where you like get on the prop and you start to move around. If you don't have it, you just fall through the floor. Stuff like that. But basically, if you walk forward in the right way, you could kind of fly off of the radio. This is like one of the properties of the save glitch. But what happens in the run is that your player, I'm gonna try to get it, but your player gets like on top of that elevator, and if you do a save load, you click, like if you crouch and then save load out of bounds, you like go slightly down. So if you put yourself like right around here, and you save load, you'll get clipped inside of this, and you'll skip.
And in 3.
So
1.
this is OO, right? This is like the vault area. You skip this puzzle, you skip this elevator, and you skip all of O1. Which for inbounds, you could do the button save glitch.
Please place the weighted storage cube on the 1500
but it does save a
megawatt
decent amount
aperture
of time.
science heavy duty
So, like,
super colliding super
for my
button.
PB, the difference between my inbounds 0, 0 and my out of bounds 0, 0 is like 30 seconds. And you get into this elevator, which is nice, since if this elevator was like over there, it would be super hard because you would have to get like the right angle and fly all the way over there. A couple of times I've gotten it so I land in the fizzler, and if you save load a couple of times properly, then it puts the physics engine back to the regular one. Basically, you lose save glitch, and that can be used to do that. But yeah, you basically get inside the elevator, and the elevator moves up, and you skip all of this other stuff. I guess we can move on to the video again.
Good enough.
Alright. Basically, at the very beginning of this level is just a bunch of cutscene, so I'm just gonna speed through it. In the world record, there's a glitch called O2 skip, where it plays on an earlier version of the game than this, and what it does is it allows you to skip the dialogue at the beginning. It's weird. You basically just do a different version of the glitch I just did, but you stay out of the elevator. You don't click back in. It's kind of weird. But basically what happens is you get to jump over the area where the dialogue happens, and using like the crouch save load thing, you can click back in bounds. And yeah. This is just waiting for the portal. Here we're gonna do another save glitch, which is really popular in like inbounds and out of bounds, just because it's an easy way to get out of bounds, and it's pretty quick. What happens here is when you're save glitched, I am not qualified to explain this, but kind of what happens is your camera and body get separated, which means that your collision is different than normal, which is how you can like walk through some of the walls. And you can just go through that wall, and you could place a portal here. And what happens is once you're in the portal, that fast physics engine occurs, and the save glitch gets cancelled because you're in a portal. Not entirely sure why, but that's just what happens. And I shoot over here, and this is a glitch called a portal quick reentry, or a PQR. But what happens is when I walk backwards, sometimes you have to shoot a portal, sometimes you don't have to, but you go back into the boundaries like that. Yeah, you just have to walk into the portal at the right time and shoot your other portal onto the ground. Again, I'm not entirely sure why that happens, it just does. The more waiting in the elevator. As you could tell, my last run, I didn't have a great save glitch at the beginning, so I saved a decent amount of time. So my goal was to just kind of ride this time until I got like a sub 12 by gaining some time in the later stages. But as you could tell by my 1049, I saved a lot more time in other levels. Alright, this is another save glitch. You have to wait for the orange portal to load because then the fastest physics engine happens here. And by the way, when you're doing a save glitch, I think it's similar to the radio, but it's like the fast physics engine again, I'm pretty sure. And then that's why you can walk them through the walls. And then this is the same PQR kind of thing, except in most you don't have to actually shoot the portal like in some other examples. This is a glitch called seam shot. I'll let the video play and I'll try to explain it afterwards.
Enhancing the truth in 3, 2. While safety is one of many enrichment center goals, the Aperture Science High Energy Pellet seen to
Alright, so this is a little complicated, so I'll go back in game to show you. But basically how seam shots work is when your player... I'll turn off my cheats. That was for the no clip, by the way. I could just like go through all the walls. That was purely for that. I'm not cheating. But yeah, basically, so in the top right corner, it's hard to see. Here, you know what? I can try to make the game bigger. Weird setup time. But yeah, basically, you see those numbers in the corner? That means that that angle number is what I need to pay attention to, because what happens is if that number is in the right spot, then if that number is the right value, then I'm just able to shoot through walls. It's very precise and only works on some of the walls. I have a bind that allows me to make my sensitivity super low, so I can move to like 0.01, which normally that's like impossible. Normally you move like 700, not like 700, but several hundred, I guess, I don't know. But yeah, if you line it up, the most common angle is lined up in the elevator, so it saves time because you can just jump out, shoot a portal there. What happens is I shoot a portal. Jeez, okay, this isn't going great. But yeah, I shoot a portal through here, and it lands up there. This shoots under the fizzler, which means that once I go back in bounds, it'll just do that. But yeah, basically what happens is if you go through this portal in the right way, you'll end up here. It's kind of like the PQR thing. Here, the reason that is because you have to do that is because, as you can tell, there's no portal on this side, but there's a portal on this side of the wall. So that means that you have to end up in here somehow, even if you're going through this portal. So that's why the PQR is a thing. But yeah. This one you can just kind of walk through, like I was saying. The 05 one you can walk through. And sometimes, like the elevator trigger is past this line, so you have to walk past this line. I tend to walk over here because I can get enough speed for an ABH, and then jump back here. Yeah. Alright.
Please be careful.
08 is standard. Basically, in this level has gone through some development, I would say.
Oh, that's cool.
Just kind of, I'll go through the brief history. Basically, very beginning, you solve the particle puzzle. Now, there's a trick where you can like go over here, and then jump on this bump, and go around this corner. There's another trick which I can't do called overgo, where basically what happens is, you jump over goo using the ABH since it gives you a whole lot of momentum. Like each jump gives you some momentum backwards. And so if you get like enough and like just the right amount, you can jump all the way across the goo. It saves like 3 seconds and it's super difficult. And you basically have to get it for world record because you basically have to get it for world record because the world record has it, and at this point people are saving like less than people are saving almost always less than half a second. As you can tell by my splits, I'm pretty happy. Those are my best splits. To be fair, this is my even though it says 46, that's how many attempts I've done, and lots of those are the reset at the very first room because I missed save glitch. So yeah. That room, basically, this is in the inbounds, and Noah Slay runs also. But you basically shoot a portal under the door, and the door closes, but if you shoot it in the right spot, the portal still is there, which means you could drop through the bottom, and because you're on the orange portal, if you turned around right here, the top part would be underneath the door. So, like, there's a couple... just a little bit of time where you can see that there's the other portal under there. I shoot a portal there on the wall so that way I don't fall back into the portal and lose time. That just makes more sense for me to do. Alright, this is where things start to get kind of complicated. For routing at least, explaining it should be decent. Alright, basically, save glitch here. And then you're gonna get a portal out of bounds that you stand on. And then, basically, because when you shoot a portal, there's some time in Portal 1 that the shot has to travel in order to hit the wall. And that's enough time to get out of the blue portal and onto the other side of the orange. Like right here. And in the video, you can tell I'm holding A when that portal lands. That is because of the game tries to like push you out to make sure you don't get stuck in between like two portals and weird stuff happens. Basically, you just don't want to get stuck, so the game pushes you out. So you have to hold A to make sure you stay into that portal. This is a very beginner route, by the way, for 10. The most beginner way would just be do it normally. But basically, the goal is to get to the bottom of this elevator. And then if you do a PQR here, you can get under the elevator. Now this is good because if you knock your head against the ceiling, your player slightly clips into it, into like the hitbox that says, "Oh, your player's in the elevator." That means they need to go up. So that happens, and I have a portal set up so that it's a little bit quicker.
I think that's gonna be for 10.
Yeah.
Which isn't an accomplishment, really.
Okay, so I shoot a portal over there, and obviously missed that. But basically what the goal here is to get the dual portal device, because you can't do anything after this without the dual portal device. There's a portal bump there. Basically how it works is when you have two portals, one of them can go, through some short walls. Here, I can actually...
The device has been modified so that it can now manufacture two linked portals at once.
So
As
you can see
part
this.
of an optional
When I
test
shoot a portal like
protocol,
here,
we are
you
pleased
see
to
how this
present
orange shot
an
lights up?
amusing fact.
That means
The
the portal
device is
shoots
now
over
more
there.
valuable than the
And this
organs
little
and
gap
combined
can be used
incomes
to
of
shoot through
everyone
walls.
in.
So if you shoot this portal here, and you look at this in the right way, you can shoot a portal through this wall, and then this area is out of bounds. If I load like 16, this is used in every category besides glitchless, because this is a glitch. But what you can do is, normally this is long dialogue, it's like 10 to 12 seconds long, I think. But if you shoot a portal here, you can just portal bump through this wall and skip this
Due to mandatory
dialogue.
scheduled
So you can just
maintenance,
skip that. So it's stuff like that that portal bumps can be used for, but you basically just get to go through some short walls. Again, I'm setting up for another PQR to get into the elevator. This is going to be a very common theme, just because it's much faster to do that. So the definition of save glitch is that you're in the portal on one frame. It's called a tick because there's so many frames, but a tick is like an in-game frame almost. But basically, you're in it for one in-game frame, and then you're out of it for one in-game frame, but the game doesn't know that. So it has the fast physics engine. So basically, in this level transition, the orange portal disappears because it's not in the same loading area. It's like in between levels. Like the elevator shaft gets loaded, but not anything else besides it, pretty much. It like deletes the old level, it puts in a new level with the elevator there. It's a neat trick that makes everything seamless. But yeah, so basically, I'm in the portal. I didn't like look down, but the blue portal is still there, but the yellow one isn't. Orange portal, yeah, but big brain. But basically, that means I now have save glitch, which if I shoot a portal here, basically there's no save glitch activated because there isn't a second portal for my other body to like separate from. It's weird, but like I shoot that portal there, and now I'm able to walk through this wall, shoot a portal under this elevator shaft, and then PQR into the next elevator. The next, I'll speed it up a little bit. Basically, the next levels are just me getting the save glitch, shooting a portal, going under the elevator shaft, and then PQRing back inbounds into the bottom of the elevator, and then yeah, this one's a bit difficult, just because it's weird. I don't know. They're all a little bit different, but basically, this is the next thing that's gonna happen until chamber 19. 18 you get back inbounds, just because for my level it's too hard to stay under the elevator in 18. You have to do some weird stuff, but yeah. 13 I made a really good example of getting it first try, but all the ones afterwards, they're pretty difficult, so getting them for me like after a couple tries is pretty good. Like I'm losing time compared to my PB, but at this point I was really happy because I was gonna basically guaranteed to get a PB unless I self-locked myself somehow. Like I made a bad save and I died like repeatedly or something else, but yeah. This is sped up, by the way, just a little bit so it goes a bit faster, because it's just the same thing over and over and over again. But yeah, this is 17. This one's nice because elevator shaft is right next to you pretty much, since the level is like a big loop kind of thing. But yeah, seeing everything out of bounds is really cool because you actually get to see the level in space with the rest of the level, and it looks like, I don't know, it's super cool. I'm a minute ahead, so like I'm trying to concentrate on the glitches, so I don't really look at the timer unless I'm in between a level transition. So like I look here or something, or I'm just like waiting for something, like the elevator to go up, things like that. That's where I look at my timer and say, okay.
Well done. Be advised
So I do a
that
PQR back in bounds,
exposure to
and
insulated
there's a little
electrical parts that may be
Start with him.
dangerous under
hold on. Alright, there's basically like a little dialogue
certain
that GLaDOS
conditions.
heads you through,
For more information,
and
please attend an
you
Enrichment
just
Center electrical safety seminar.
yeah,
Probably
you
like
just
20 seconds.
have to wait for it, so you can just mess around a little for a bit at least. Alright, so this is 19 has a long loading period.
This one will be interesting.
Just
'cause
yeah, that's why it says Kermit PB for so long. But yeah, basically, there's a glitch here called quantum crouch, where basically what happens is, look back in game for this again, is there's a couple ways to get it. You can, I think there's like 3 ways, but I only know 2, I think. I'm pretty sure. But basically, if you jump into the air, hold crouch when you're in the air, and then let go of crouch and press crouch before your player stands up fully. I'm holding crouch right now, but I can walk around normally.
Welcome to the final
Basically,
test.
what's happening right now
When you are done,
is
you will drop the
my
device
player's
in the
hitbox
Equipment
is only at the
Recovery
bottom,
Annex.
but my
Enrichment Center
portal and
regulations
camera
require
are
both
above.
ends to
If I
be
shoot a portal
empty
here,
before
I shoot a
any
portal
case.
here, and like look down. Well, here I'll save. You can just like go through the top of ceilings, and now I have the different version of quantum crouch, which is very slow, but it's a little easier to set up. You basically just just don't do the jump, and it's a lot slower. It's used in like 15 for no SLA. That's just how that works. It like skips an orb thing. But yeah, you basically just walk through. I do it when there's just elevator, so I just like jump. By the way, this is normal. There's no hitbox here. Yeah. But you basically just walk forward, shoot a portal on this wall, and then now I have a portal out of bounds, which can be used for the next part of the speedrun. I think I messed this up once. I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, I messed it up. And then I had to do the quantum crouch again. I got a little frustrated at that. But, yeah. Basically, all the way over there is the level transition for the first escape level. So 19 to escape. We call it EOO.
Okay.
But you basically, when you go through that portal, you like your player box hits the loading trigger, and so you load this area over here. And if you shoot portals here, and this is the next loading area. So the last levels of the game are actually really quick, just because you just basically have to portal to the end of the levels. Like this split is only like 9 seconds, because you just go over there and then do like the PQR thing, but you stay out of bounds. Because you don't do a PQR, you just like walk out and it, yeah. Basically, I got stuck there, so, and in this version of the game, it's called Source Unpack, but you don't have free out of bounds movement, which is kind of lame, but it's also good that Valve fixed it, kind of. Obviously they didn't fix out of bounds because it still works, but basically you can't jump. But in the older version, the one that I was talking about very early on, about the O2 skip with the dialogue, it basically just skips you basically just aren't able to jump, and you can jump now. Well, you can't jump. You can't jump in this version, so you have to. And because there's no free out of bounds movement, if you're like slightly in the ground, that means you're stuck in there. So I had to do portals to get out, which is nice because I have to set up this shot, PQR, back into bounds, and then shoot a portal because my other portal's still there, so that's out of bounds. And then you need a turret in order to do quick cores. I think that's what it's called. Don't quote me on that. But basically, your how do I explain this? But basically, the turret shoots the GLaDOS, and because like if you there's a thing cheat called Impulse 101, where basically you get all the guns from Half-Life 2, and you can use those to shoot GLaDOS, and it does damage. So anything that can damage the player, like bullets that hit GLaDOS will do damage to her. So if you get a turret, it will hit GLaDOS a couple of times, and each core will fall for every bullet. So you want to get a turret, since Impulse 101 is cheating, and the turret in the GLaDOS fight itself is slow and relies on dialogue. So what you want is to get a turret and bring it back inbounds, set it down, and then shoot a portal. And then you want you want to line it up so that the turret will hit the player, but go past it and hit GLaDOS, which is what's happening right now. I have to line my player up. But yeah, basically, all of the cores are now off of GLaDOS except for the purple core, which is relied on dialogue.
Well, you found me. Congratulations.
You have to wait until a certain part of the dialogue for it to activate. I shot the blue portal really low, so I just went for the orange again and again because I thought it would be faster. It probably wasn't. I was nervous though because I was at the very end of a good PB pace. But yeah, if you go through here, shoot a portal there. I just realized how casually I was explaining it. That is a difficult trick called core fall. Load GLaDOS with turret. This is just a save for me to practice endgame, late game. GLaDOS fight. This is basically just me practicing GLaDOS fight because I have the turret. I have to wait for it to load because it takes forever. Basically, what I try to do is I try to load on the maps before I start a run. That's a little loud. But yeah, basically, you do a different setup for inbounds and no SLA, but either way, you get the turret, and it's lined up. So if I crouch here, this is the turret thing. So you see the bullets kind of like going past. So the turret's shooting me. That can happen if I set too low and for too long. This is probably going to load some weird point. Yeah. It goes faster once you load another map again, so like that's a lot faster than last time. But yeah, if you sit here, basically like the turret can't see me, the turret can't see me, the turret can see me, and now that I'm too far, the turret can't see me. I don't know why, but yeah. And then when you go through here, I'll grab one core just as an example. But you have a core, and then if you shoot a portal in the bottom left corner of that pillar, in the bottom right corner of this pillar, this is an edge glitch. Basically, what happens here is your how am I gonna explain this? It's basically a save glitch but miniature. So every time you do a save glitch, you're save loading in an edge glitch, which is a basically it's a thing that allows you to it's like save glitch junior. But anytime you do a save glitch, you're just getting edge glitched. So that's how that works. But save glitch is a permanent edge glitch. So that means you can walk away from the portals and stuff, and you still have the edge glitch effect, but not in edge glitch. So when you're edge glitched, this is edge glitch. because I'm in the ball a little bit with this portal and that portal, which means I have the separate body effect, but I'm not actually separated. So if I shoot a portal here, what's actually happening is that there's a portal underneath this emergency intelligence incinerator, and if you see, this shot is out of bounds. So if I grab a core, if you bring it into the bottom, it will clip into the into here. I just want to like actually show it to you, but if you do that, it kills the core. And so basically at the end of the run, that's what I'm doing. Is I did the core fall glitch, and then I got all the cores, and if they go through the bottom, they'll clip into the incinerator, but if they go through the top, they won't. So my goal is to make sure that all of the cores fall into the bottom edge of the portal, and yeah.
GG.
I got really excited after this, because, yeah, it was a big PB, obviously. It was like 2 minutes. Yeah, this is my Portal Out of Bounds Explained video. I had fun making this, and had fun attempting to explain it decently. But yeah, hope you all have a fantastic day, and let me know in the comments, what else you want me to, do in the future for videos, because I kind of want to branch out from Portal, but I'm not really sure what to do. But yeah, I like Minecraft and Tetris and a lot of other games. But yeah, thank you all for watching. Have a fantastic rest of your day.